Go racing. Go online. GoRacing.ie. Horse Racing Ireland's official website.
Hello and welcome to this week's Horse Racing Ireland racing preview with myself, Sarah Pickford, and my colleague Liam Glynn. Today we're going to be taking a look at Listowel on Sunday the 16th of September. It's a 7-race card, all national hunt, and the first race is off at 2:20. The ground currently is soft to heavy, it's soft in places. The forecast is mostly dry, but they are expecting maybe a few showers over the weekend in the Stowell. So the first race we're going to take a look at then is the 350. This is the Low European Breeders' Fund Mares Handicap Hurdle. It's over 2 miles for and for 4-year-olds and upwards. Now the horse I'm going to select in this race is the West Howier. She won last time out in Kilbeggan, and Shane Butler's taken the £7 off her back, which is definitely going to help her. Yes, she's going to go very close, but she wouldn't want the ground to get too soft. Yeah. She loved the ground at Kilbeggan. She was 4th in Roscommon prior to her running Kilbeggan, and she hated the ground that day, so she wants it fairly to dry out, but hopefully she'll be very close, and the £7 that Shane has taken off will help. An appropriate named horse in the race is Tell Her I'm Not There, might be a danger, and Neighbourly, who was second at Down Royal last time out, might be another one to put into consideration, but I think the West Howier is the one to beat in this race. Yeah, the other one that I quite like the look of each way maybe is a horse called Miss Accurate. She's been unlucky in her last couple of runs, but did win a couple of races last season, and Desi Hughes now owns her, so he obviously thinks quite a lot of it, you know. Okay, so we'll move on then, and the next race we'll take a look at is the 450. This is the Dawn Milk Handicap Steeplechase, and this is off at 450. So the horse that I think we're both going to probably go for in this race is Calalshan, the Dennis Hogan trained, and he's also riding him, beg your pardon. He won on him last time out as well, and the horse seems to be in great form at the minute. Yeah, this horse seems to be improving every time he gets to the racetrack. It was a very impressive winner at Galway at the festival. Then Medall and Killarney, nothing could get near him, jumped like a stag. I think he'll take all the beating. Turfickin, who was 3rd that day, might go close for Edward O'Grady and Mark Walsh, and a horse that, if he comes back to form, will take a lot of beating, as well as Mossy Joe. But I think Calashan all the way in this race. Punters will get in early at a good price, probably will go off very short price, but Calashan looks the one to beat in this. Okay, and is there anything else then on the card that you like? Yeah, just in the Kerrymaid Hurdle, it's an interesting race. There's only 7 declared in this race. Rattan, who was 3rd at Killarney last time out for Willie Mullins. Ruby Walsh is booked to ride this. He's back in the saddle. Back this weekend, a horse that might be of interest is Airson Grey. Desi Hughes trains this now. It has been off for 596 days. Okay. Brian Cooper booked to ride. Could go close. Desi will have him fairly fit. And just from the Charlie Swan Yard, Tribes and Banners, 3rd at Galway on Wednesday, wasn't beaten too far. I think only about 2.5 lengths, 3 lengths max. Paul Townend booked to ride this. He could put it up, but keep an eye on Erson Gray in this race. It looks the one. Okay. So we're also going to now have a look at the Kerry National, which is on Wednesday in Listowel. Foster's Cross, the Thomas Mullins trained horse, is something that caught my eye. The only thing is he won't want the ground too soft, so hopefully we won't have too much rain. He pulled up in this race last year, but he seems to be in much better form this year. So yeah, he seems to be back on form now this year. It's an interesting race. It's very hard to pick a winner out of it until we see the official decks first. Absolutely, yeah. But Casey Top is probably going to go off favourite, 2nd in the Galway Plate. Ran a cracker in the Galway Plate. But the horse I like in this, if he's back to his form, Oliver McKiernan, he's a shrewd trainer. A horse called Follow the Plan. Yeah. He's definitely a big each way price in this. He pulled up in the Galway Plate. Things didn't go right that day. He was always out the back. Then before that, he was 2nd to China Rock in the Punchestown Gold Cup, and he previously won the Betfred Aintree Bowl Chase at Aintree at the 3-day Aintree Grand National meeting. Yes. So if he comes back to form, I think he'll be very close, and he's going to be a big price. So he's an each way bet. Follow the Plan if he runs. Okay, great. Okay, so next week's racing then will be at Listowel on Saturday and Gorham Park on Sunday. Shortly you'll see a summary of our selections, beg your pardon, on the screen, and thank you for watching.
Go racing. Go online. GoRacing.ie. Horse Racing Ireland's official website.